end up coaching in Chicago, and you coached a few places as well. But the coaching in Chicago turned out extremely well. Hooking up with Joel Quenneville, and of course, I want to make it clear this is after the business that when Chicago had that the sexual assault stuff. You came in after that had taken place, so I wanted to clarify that. But aside from that, I mean, Chicago, the work you did there with the players and the job there, the success you had there. What was it like being in Chicago during those years?
It was great. I mean, when they won in 2010, all their young players, I mean, you're talking Toews, Kane, Duncan Keith, Seabrook. They were all very, very young at the time, and so they won a cup. And so I came after that year, and so I'm walking in. They all feel good about themselves. And usually, you've been in, so at this time, I've been in the league quite a while. I've been in the league 12 years, and before going to Chicago, and I'm looking around, I don't know one player. Usually you come across either you coach one player or you might have some kind of association with them prior. And yet I didn't know one player. So I was going in green, so I just had to sit back, watch what was going on, and kind of find my way. So it was a big adjustment. And they were pretty self-confident group after winning the cup, being so young, right?
Right.
And then that first year I was there, we kind of struggled, and we had some difficult, games. We were inconsistent in our play quite a bit, which you could understand because I think the players thought it was going to be easier than what it was after they won the cup, and they had to reestablish themselves. Hey, no, we got to get back to where we had success before. And so going through, and then we go through the lockout and miss part of that season, and we come back, and our team took off. I can't remember that year how many we didn't lose very much. I want to say maybe 7 games or something. We went on a great big run, and it continued into the playoffs, which was and that was the year we played Boston, and which was a terrific experience for me because when I was coaching in St. Louis, we had really good teams, and if we had a goaltender, and we did have Grant Fuhr there at the time, but he was at the end of his career. But if we would have had a goaltender, we would have won maybe 1 cup or maybe 2 cups. We had Pronger and McGinnis and and good leaders, Mellenby, and we had a real good team. And so going back to Chicago, I'm going in there, and once we got into the lockout season and won against Boston, it was an unbelievable experience to see what the players go through, the price they pay, the injuries, how dedicated they are to winning. But to experience that twice, it's unbelievable what the players play through and their dedication of everything is just hockey. They're so focused on winning the Stanley Cup. And that's why it's such a hard trophy to win, hard championship to win. And I think when you win it, you're in a very special group of people that had the opportunity to win the cup.
Yeah, by the way, there's 36 wins, 7 losses, 5 overtime losses that season. So, on the way to the Stanley Cup championship. So you're able to win the Stanley Cup for the first time as a coach or a player in that 2012-13 season. What was it like to be able to lift that mug for the first time, for the opportunity to lift that mug, period?
Oh boy, I'll tell you what, it was good because Joel had said, look, stay close to me. Okay, make sure you stay close. And so I was around, and I didn't know what he meant, right? So, of course, after the players have it and they're parading it around, they hand it to Joel. And then the next person he's handed to, I understood why I had to stay close to him. It was me, and to put that up, it was a tremendous, tremendous feeling. It was something very special, and thing you'd never forget. I go back, if I stumble across a picture now, and I go, oh, geez, what a great time. What a great time it was, so, and, you're able to have a lot of fun with it. You get it for, basically what you get it for is 12 hours, and you're 12 hours. And I know that particular year, Jonathan Toews had it before me, and that was in Winnipeg. Well, if they didn't have a flight delay, and so I didn't get it until about to where I took it back to Schomberg Arena. I didn't get it until about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So my day was getting cut short, and I had a lot of things planned. So, but hey, you couldn't. And the people, it just brings its own attention. Like the cup, when the cup's there, people are just crazy, and it's just it's just a remarkable feeling.